CBS News aired an 1 hour primetime special called CBS News Presents, a town hall with Erika Kirk, which was a town hall that featured Erika Kirk, who now leads Turning Point USA after the killing of her husband, Charlie Kirk. CBS confirmed the program schedule on the format well ahead of time and described it as a conversation about grief, faith, political violence, and the state of national discourse, with the questions coming from the mixed studio audience. It was a town hall. It was there. The special also marked a high-profile on-air moment for one Bari Weiss, the CBS editor-in-chief who moderated the discussion. So it was a bit much, if you will. Clips and write-ups from the broadcast focus on Kirk's emotional account of living through political violence and her message that the internet can turn people into inhumans, including those who mocked her husband's death. She also urged parents to take a harder look at how children are being shaped by online subcultures and radical content, framing it as a responsibility issue, not just a politics issue. Entertainment and mainstream news coverage highlighted that the town hall leaned heavily into personal testimony and moral language, rather than any policy debate, which some viewers found powerful, others viewers found more than a bit frustrating for the night. Reaction from the town hall was sharply divided. Some viewers praised CBS for putting a grievous public figure into a format designed for a longer answer and human emotion sort of situation. Others criticized the network for giving a primetime platform to the head of a highly partisan organization, that being TPUSA, and for, of course, placing Bari Weiss, the polarizing media figure, at the center of it all. Reporting ahead of the broadcast noted a lot of internal skepticism as well, with accounts describing pushback from some folks at CBS News, many staffers who weren't so good about the booking of Kirk and the running of the show by Weiss. At the same time, there was some unexpected counter-programming, where the town hall was airing on CBS Live. Breaking news coverage from a mass shooting at Brown University dominated the news cycle, especially in the Northeast. The Associated Press reported that 2 people were killed, 8 were injured at the time of this reporting on this event, and large police response and rapid changing information during the initial hours was happening. In situations like this, local affiliates sometimes extend live coverage or cut into scheduled programming, which is what happened for some folks up in the Northwest. Some viewers reported that normal primetime schedules did not look the same everywhere. We don't have a full list of affiliates who dropped out specifically, but we did see online on X, of all places where people were showing that they were showing coverage, and they showed the taglines that should have been Charlie Kirk, but actually was the news coverage going live at the moment. The town hall itself landed at the intersection of 3 sensitive issues: political violence, corporate media influence, and public trust in mainstream networks. CBS framed the show as an attempt to address grief and division through direct conversation, and it promoted it throughout the format through all its platforms, everything it had to do. But critics argued that the network's choice of guests and moderator made it look less like a bridge building and more like a free set, especially given that the broader reporting from CBS leadership, the changes that networks are doing and what they want to do to put a more mix of the political views that are on the air. Supporters countered that refusing to talk to controversial figures is why Americans no longer share basic facts, and this was a controversial figure that was talked to online, or on TV, I guess, live, more or less. I think it was live. It was people were there. I think it was actually recorded, but it was on TV live for us to see on a Saturday night. A town hall format can slow the temperature and let viewers hear a person's full story instead of viral clips. It also gives space to discuss political violence in human terms, which many Americans agree is getting worse. CBS can argue it served the public interest by addressing the grief, forgiveness, and escalation, or de-escalation as is the case, in the primetime spot. The real problem, is the booking. Itself, it looked like a partisan act to many people, me included. The pushback suggests that CBS underestimated, that big word, how much distrust a large audience already has. Airing it during a major breaking news day, which they couldn't have planned for, but it just so happened, with some markets still focused on the Brown University shooting, also increased some confusion and added some anger to the bit and pieces of it, especially among viewers who felt that the network's priorities were kind of off. Finally, This show actually risks becoming another cultural war battle, which can drown out any messages of de-escalation they claim to promote. It was supposedly a olive branch to bring people together, bring someone to talk about the person, the likeness, the feelings, the activity of a Charlie Kirk by someone who should be sympathetic. His widow, who now runs the organization he ran and is running with the same messages. So we got a special Kirk edition of CBS, whatever you want to call it tonight, with Bari Weiss in the driver's seat doing the explanation of it. And it was, from my experience, what it was. A snow job for all practical purposes. But you may have watched it. You may have seen clips of it by now. You may have addressed it so far and kind of went with it. On the night where I was live streaming and watching this while also watching the final match of John Cena, which hadn't came around till this point, so I was watching the mid card. It was a night where big things were happening, and this was supposed to be a big thing, but unfortunately, the very sad story of a shooting at another university overtook some of the issue that was taken, and the Twitterverse wasn't very happy with it either. What say you about Mrs. Kirk and her continuing the message of Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA and using this platform, CBS, with its issues right now, to bring a message that was supposed to be more peace, supposed to be more togetherness, supposed to be more just conversation. As a place that calls itself the Conversation Project, because that's what we named ourselves, we want your part of the conversation right now. Let us know about Erika Kirk and her primetime special, what you thought about it, and the concourse. The concourse probably what fits. The discourse that we're not really getting these days.